Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Um, thank you guys for your patience. Thank you guys for your patience. Um, I am here today because we are doing an interview with Get Lit with Mo. I am just waiting a few moments for her to come on the stream. Um, so let's allow a few moments for everyone to come into the chat. Make sure you hit that like button as you come in. If you want to share me out, share me out. Um, so let's make sure that good morning, Philly. How you doing, Philly girl? Philly girl. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm just waiting to for Mo to come on the stream. I'm just so just be patient with her. I hope everyone had a good morning, a good Saturday. Hey Nick, how you doing? Hey blogs. Um, I'm just waiting for her to come on the stream. I hope she hasn't forgotten. I did touch up with her on yesterday about this interview, so hopefully she hasn't forgotten. You know, people do have busy lives, and so sometimes we do tend to forget. So let's just be patient and um, let's You slept most of the day? Wow, you slept most of the day. I wish I can get some sleep around here. My kids been loud all day and they've been up since like 6, 7 o'clock. They've been up since about 6, 7 o'clock. No, about 7, 8 o'clock this morning. So um um so we're just waiting here. Uh to Hello, the McRae Kingz. Thank you guys so much for coming. Um, I'm just waiting on my special guest to come in the building. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting and wow, 48-hour drive. That's a long time. That's a long time to that is a long drive, honey. Wow. Hey, the family of litation. How you doing? That's that is that's the family of dictation. Don't you have another channel that um you do? Yes, I am delayed, guys. I am delayed, and be patient with me. Once you come on the screen, we can get the interview going. Hopefully she'll come. Hopefully she'll come. I hope in the name of Jesus. I hope in the name of Jesus. Sometimes we just have to be patient with people because sometimes people be running a little late. So that's fine. You know, we ain't gonna hold nothing against no one. We're not going to hold anything against anyone. So if you guys have not hit that like button, like I stated, guys, hit that like button. You want to share me out? Share me out. Share me out to all different platforms. We're just waiting here to for her to come into the building. Oh, so you're Nene twin sister. You are Nene twin sister. I know Q and Nene. I ain't been over there in a minute, but I'm gonna go check her out. But yes, the family of litation. This y'all guys, if y'all have not connected to the family of litation, make sure you guys are connecting with her. Um, Make sure you guys are connecting. I'm just waiting for her to come in the building, guys. So, yes, visual creation. So, you have another channel called Visual Creation. So, how is everyone doing this evening? How's everyone doing this evening? I know everyone is waiting for her to come in the building, and I am as well. Just waiting for her to come in the building. Just Just allow me a few moments, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, you're Nene, so you're the first one that came. Hey, Chef. Hey, how you doing, Chef? How are you doing, Chef? Um, um, just waiting for her to come into the building, guys. I'm so sorry for the delay. I am delayed, and I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. Um, so just we have to sometimes we have to be patient with people and pray that they come. Um, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. We're doing good, Chef. The kids is in the room with their cousin. Um, I knew that this is like I want to be professional and sometimes their background noise be a lot. So I'm just waiting. Um, I'm just waiting for her to come. What Philly girl said, I have a question about twins. This can't be anyone. One twin conceived 2 days later. What the first one born? Huh? So what you're saying is they were twins. One was born. Oh, thank you, thank you. My intro was created by my brothers, the McRae Kingz. They helped me out with that. It was like they helped me create that video. So shout out to the McRae Kingz, the family meditation. If you have not uh connected to the McRae Kingz, make sure you connect to the McRae Kingz. Um, yeah, so Philly girl said, yes, my twin niece and nephew. My nephew was conceived 2 days later, but he was born first. Okay. Wow, that's very different. But they still consider twins, or would they be? It's some other kind of twins that people talk about. Um, yeah, Lord have mercy. They are not identical. Okay, they are not identical. What are those twins that are? They're like they were born in the same year. What kind of twins are they? I know some people say that they are a different kind of twin. It's some kind of twin. They're born in the same year. I forgot what that was called. Um, just allow me a moment here, guys. Jesus. Yeah, Irish twins. Look, I got that mixed up. I got that mixed up. Hey, Simply Exclusive TV. How you doing, Simply Exclusive TV? How you doing? How you doing? Um, Simply Exclusive TV. How you doing this evening? Hey James Guy. If y'all have not connected to James Guy, make sure you guys are connected to James Guy. Hey Tracy, how you doing, Tracy? Um, Next week, guys, I will be doing a your situation. Uh, the one that was born first. I think the one that was born first is the one that. is the oldest. I may be wrong. This is my opinion, and I could be wrong. So as I was saying, guys, I will be doing a up close and personal interview with Tracy next Friday. This coming up. Make sure you guys are in the building for that as well, guys. I don't know if Mo's coming or not, so it's okay. We're just gonna change the subject to something else, y'all. If y'all want to connect to James Guide, make sure you guys are connected to James Guide. He is great at helping people. He is great at helping people be growth and get to a goal. He is great at that. So make sure you guys are connecting to James Guy. Hey, Bacon with Charlene. How you doing? Um, um, simply exclusive with your daughter. Oh, okay. Um, so guys, since I don't know if she's gonna come in the building or not, guys. We're just gonna change the subject, and then I'm just gonna change the title with we in this live stream, and I don't want to hold you guys long. So what we're going to talk about tonight, guys, is um, I don't want to do my daily news. So let's um, let's talk about this Saturday night. We could just talk about anything, y'all. It's we're just gonna have a good drink and we're just gonna have a conversation. Like you know, it's all good. Um, um, so guys, it's been. I hope everybody been having a good week, and I hope everybody has. If you want to get on, come on the stream and say anything that was. If y'all want to come and y'all want to, if y'all want to come and y'all want to come and ask me some questions about me, or you want to know something personal about me, come on the live stream, or you can put it in the chat, and we can have a conversation. The kids are in the back. I know y'all be hearing silence. I know y'all like, where is the kids at? The kids are in the back. The kids are in their room with their cousin Kalia, and I asked her, do she mind keeping them quiet and entertained. They haven't had a nap all day. Those kids ain't had my kids ain't had a nap all day. I don't know what kind of I don't know. Like my mom said, I don't know what kind of kids you got because I don't even understand them. They bad, they good. Oh, thank you, Charlene. Thank you so much. Thank you um so much. Okay, I've been on here on YouTube, girl. You just have to come look for me. You have to come look for me. That's all you have to do. You have to come look for me. Yeah, kids being kids, and my kids, they are some little demon children because they done cracked my screen on my phone. It's gonna cost me $150 just to get the screen fixed. So pray pray for my strength. Pray that I don't lose my cool with them. Um, I want to give a special shout out to the Triplet family, guys. The Triplet family has been monetized. And so shout out to ASMR Dominique and the Triplet family. Trip the boss. Trip the boss. Congratulations to them. Thank you, family of litation. You have a very unique name. I'm telling you, they like to be seen. I know y'all hear them in the background, but if it's something that you guys want to know, let's have a conversation. What do y'all want to talk about tonight? Since I'm live, I don't put on this makeup. I'm sitting here looking cute. Um, Hey, R&R in the Philippines. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys' support. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Um, I really do appreciate you guys' support. Y'all like my family. No matter what, y'all are like my family. So you know, let's just have a Saturday night, Kiki. What has everyone been doing? Um, if you want to, like I said, if you guys want to ask me something specific, if it's something that's you want to talk about, we can talk about. Y'all come up with it. Like I can't like right now. I can't. I'm kind of like I'm trying to stay in a positive mindset. So if y'all want to come on the stream, if y'all want to come on the stream, come on the stream. Um, and we can conversate about whatever you guys want to conversate. Um, I know that um so yeah, well the first week of school was first week of school was hot for me. Oh, here is blogs. uh hey
Hey,
blogs,
Muffin.
thank you for coming on.
Oh,
Y'all this
no,
is
you're
blogs
fine.
you
Hello,
guys.
everybody, all of you beautiful people. Oh, sorry about tonight, Monica. But
I'm not it's okay.
I know that you wanted to talk about mom life, and I have some questions because I'm just a fur mom, you know.
Okay.
But I noticed that mothers turn into like superheroes, you
Hmm.
know. And one of my biggest questions is, how do you manage your time? I see like a lot of things that you do. And this is a lot of things that a lot of mothers do, with school and with work and, juggling, all of these things at once. How do you manage that time, and when do you find time for yourself?
Well, that's a good question. Hey, Kate, how you doing?
Hey, Tay.
The to be honest, guys, like to be honest, how I find the time for myself to do this, a lot of times, like when the school wasn't in, I used to sometimes like when I get out work at 3 o'clock, I just take an hour and a half to myself. But now since school is in, I just use the nighttime when I put them to sleep. I use that time for myself. I don't get a lot of time to myself, and sometimes I struggle with that. Like I get up at 5:45 every morning. No, my alarm clock go off at 5:30. So, but I lay in the bed for 15. I lay in the bed for 15 minutes, but um, I lay in the bed for 15 minutes. Then I get up. So really, the time that I have at work is kind of like the time that I kind of have to myself because, like, since school is in, I want to make sure that you know Jamel like is in kindergarten, so they are reading. They're trying to get to read, learning to read. So I want to make sure that I'm hard on myself when it comes to my children. So I try to make sure they have all they stuff they need done. So we can spend the rest of the day. They can get on their tablet. And I know that a lot of people don't believe in letting them have screen time when when the school in. But I told them like we gonna do your schoolwork. Don't touch no tablet when you get in the building. That's what I tell them. When you get in the house, take off. You know how we was back in the day when your mom say, when you get in the house, take off your school clothes and put you
Hmm.
on some of your everyday clothes.
Yes.
and uh, and you put on some of your everyday clothes, and y'all come in here and sit down, and then like my kids, they eat early, so by the time they get home, guys, they be starving because they really don't eat the food at the school like that because everything now is more healthier and like whole grain foods and things like that. So when I get them home and like cook, help them with work. Then I get on here, try to, watch some people on here to support, and then I be like, okay, it's time to take y'all a bath. Then I call myself trying to be in a relationship, and I got to put in time with him, and then call myself trying to just have some peace. And sometimes I don't get that peace. Hey
Mm.
Trisha, how you doing? So sometimes I don't get that peace, but it's okay because I look at it like, I am gonna get that peace one day. Good morning, how you doing? The positive pusher. So that's how I manage my time. I just make sure if I don't put no time in, if I don't get a break, I'll get a break that night. If that means me staying up late, that means me just, you know, because like I know they big and they don't need to be sleeping in the bed with me, but my children sleep in the bed with me. So Jayla sleeps in the middle. Jayla is the one that has to be close to me. So my baby girl, she like Jamel is on the outside. Only time Jamel is actually um sleeping in the middle is when Jamel is sick. That's the only time Jayla will allow him to sleep in the middle is when he's sick. Other than that, Jayla is asleep, and then she sleep like right under me. So you know what I'm saying. I'm like on the edge of the bed, just like Lord. I'll be glad when when they get there. When they
Yeah.
actually go to sleep in their own room. But they'll probably be running back in there. But last night, Jamel, he decided to sleep on the couch. I tell you, it felt so good to just have just a little more room in the bed.
Hmm. Baking with Charlene said, I struggle with time management all the time. Do you have any like advice for anybody that struggles with time
Just
management?
just take each day for what it is. Just know that with kids, you no matter how much you get early, you get up. It's always gonna be something when you um it's always going to be something that happens when you have children, and then that takes up majority of your time trying to get them to do the schoolwork, make sure they taking a bath, make sure they uh actually cleaning up their room, and then you got to manage your time to try to fit in things you want to do. But it's hard when you dealing with stuff like that.
Hmm.
um, so you just end up like taking me myself, just take the day for what it is. And when you find that time to get you a breather in, get you that breather in. When you find somebody that don't mind babysitting, girls say hallelujah. In the name of Jesus.
And what do you do to unwind? What do you do to um, pamper yourself?
Well, what I like to do to pamper myself, guys, I like to wear makeup. I like to wear makeup. I like to get my feet done. Like on my birthday, guys, and this might sound a little selfish. I don't work for nobody. I don't do nothing for nobody. That's my day. So what I do on those days that I feel like it's my day is I wake up in the morning, I drop the kids off to where they need to be, and I spend the whole day doing those things that I like to do, getting my nails done, shopping. Uh, sometimes like unwinding on Saturdays. Sometimes the kids they'll go to sleep. So what I do is I give me a strawberry. I'm gonna be real. I don't drink. I'm a wine drinker. I'll drink wine, but I'd rather have a strawberry. If y'all know what a strawberry is, I know that sounds a little country, but I drink. I give me a big 32 ounce of strawberry, and I'll sit in my living room and watch a movie and just enjoy just watching, just having that little piece of time and a piece of mind on while the kids sleep. And then one kid, if they know, like sometimes it don't work out because they know if when mama's not in the bed, so they be like, "Mommy, mommy, I got to go to the bathroom." We'll go to the bathroom, and then they end up in the room in the on the couch with me. So I don't get a lot of time to myself, but when I do, trust me, your girl be enjoying it. I be laughing. I be watching whatever I want to laugh and drinking me a good drink. Don't judge me, guys.
What are some positive things that you keep in mind to stay, what can I say? Stay motivated and not be overwhelmed. There are some young parents and there are
Mhm.
some women who get completely overwhelmed with having kids.
It be days that I feel like I'm overwhelmed. Like my son, like, you know what I'm saying, as you guys may not know, like Monday, my son, he has ADHD. And when he first started his medicine back Monday, after the medicine wears off, he became very emotional. It made him very emotional and it made him very cranky. And when he don't understand what is going on with himself. So he wanted to play baseball. And I have explained to him that, baseball is over. And he started crying. Uh, um, and started just having those a whole hour and a whole like 2-3 hours of just crying. And then I have Jayla in my ear, mommy, I want, oh, I'm whining, oh, I just want my way. And then I'm like, Jesus, Calgon, take me away, but then I think about it, I'm like, this is what mom life is about. You know, when you have a child with a disability, don't be ashamed of it. Just address it the best way you can and give him, eventually Jamel calmed down and he basically went to sleep. I said, Jamel, I can't take it no more. You're gonna have to go to sleep. And so, you know, and then like those times where they're sick and I don't have nobody to watch them and I need to really go to work. And so I just say, you know what, my kids come before anything. Their
Yeah.
job won't be there. But my children, they need me. So what I do is I make those sacrifices. Like, yeah, my son, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he does miss like a father figure in his life. But, I just try to be the best mother to my children that I can. Even though it becomes overwhelming when I have to like we get off work, take him to the doctor, take Jayla to the doctor, then I don't have then something that happened to my car and I had to like catch a taxi back and forth to work, try to get my kids to home and just depending on myself. But it made me so strong. And it made me realize that you know what? I can do this thing. I
Yeah.
can raise these children.
Yeah.
I can be that example for them.
Mhm.
So, um,
RR in the Philippines said being a mom is more than any profession of all.
right. Let me tell you something. Being a mother is a thankless job. It is no money in this world. You don't get a payment for being a mom, but those kisses they give you, the look of love they have in their eyes for you. And when they tell you, Mommy, I want to be just like you, and you be like, oh, baby, I want you to be better than Mommy. Not because something wrong with Mama, but you just want them to have a little bit more than what you had when they grow up.
That's
And so, like, that's the rewarding part of being a mother is the rewards of those kisses and those hugs and those when they graduate from pre-K and like I know y'all feel like I'm like Monica, come on, but like yeah, I probably will cry when my little girl graduates from pre-K because that's my baby, and I
mhm.
didn't get to see Jermel graduate from pre-K, but I hope to God that I'll be able to see him graduate from kindergarten because like those type of things that happen in their life, you want to be there and help them celebrate, even though it's so small and they have like actual graduation from, hey Rissa, how you doing? Um, they actually, um, I'm sorry, they actually going to graduate high school. That is the biggest moment, but just the small things that they do, like when they get feel like they smelling themselves and they grown, you begin to want to knock down off their head off their shoulder because they just start small.
Positive says self care is important, Monica. Make sure that you steal away for yourself, even if it's only for a moment.
Yeah, I will positive. It's no thing like when I do get those moments. Please believe me, Monica enjoyed those moments when I was getting those weekends to myself. Guys, guys, Monica enjoyed. I used to, and I know that this is crazy and don't. This is maybe TMI, but you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not. I used to just sleep in the nude. I'd be like, I finally get my bed to myself. I can sleep the way I want to sleep. And I did that. Now I don't get those breaking. I just I just be like, Lord, let me just go to bed with my ugly dress on or my ugly, my little throwback something raggedy. So go to bed on you. That's that's the only thing I miss about not getting a break from my kids is just having those moments of doing whatever I want to do. But that's when I decided when I became a mom, I realized it's no longer about me. So even if they dad decide to come get them or not, it's mama. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm. And that kind of goes into what Philly Girl says. She said, I used to actually schedule time alone. And even when I would get asked to do something that would be interesting, I was busy. Have to have that time alone to decompress and recharge.
Yes, you have to have that. Let me tell you, like, just like I guess that's the main reason. Hey, Dwayne and Ray, thank you for coming. Um, I guess that's the reason why on Saturdays I stay up late and just relax. I just sit back and relax and just drink me a strawberry, honey. And I know y'all said a strawberry. Yes, honey, strawberry. But it's by Bud Light. If you want to know, go to the store, you'll find one. Um, but it got 8% alcohol in it, so it's kind of strong. But and just watch a movie and just have that moment of relaxation. Because guys, like if you don't, like they say, if you don't have it, you just feel frustrated. And sometimes my kids frustrates me a lot because the things they do. So I just yeah, you got to have that time of relaxation. Pick Saturdays. Cause you can let them play all day, and then by 8, 9 o'clock, they done passed out, went to sleep, and then you can have all that evening to do what you want to do on Friday.
You got some really encouraging compliments here. Positive said, you are an amazing mother, Monica. I
Oh,
know
thank you.
you are doing your best, and that's all you can do. And
Yeah,
Philly Girl say you're an amazing woman.
thank you, Philly girl. You are too.
Positive also asks, do you have a circle of moms that you can talk to for support, advice, etc.? Mom life could be the solution for so many mothers, single or married, that are going through what you are going through.
No positive, but maybe that's where I may need a group. I may need to create
Yeah.
on YouTube or maybe create on Facebook. Just a mom life support group where mothers are supporting other mothers or something. I am in a group of like, but they messy groups though. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So I be want to get out of them because they want to ask questions about crazy stuff like, and you do want to have a support system and like when it especially moms that what I'm saying are single moms and those moms that like are struggling to take care of their children. They're doing all what they can, working 2 and 3 jobs, and sometimes you're not able to go to work because hey, a child may end up sick and you're not able to go to neither one of those jobs. So yes, you because let me tell you something, you'll find if I do come up with the group, I would want that group to be more about supporting one another, uplifting one another. I ain't gonna want to be about mess. Cause if you come with some mess, you getting deleted out the group. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. I ain't about no mess. So um you could be single, married, or whatever. We are all mothers. And let me tell you something, sometimes you can be married and still feel like a single mother. And that's real because the man can leave the house and you still stuck at home with the children. Now, am I wrong for saying that, Blog?
No, you're not. And I
So,
have one more question, and then I will hop back down in the chat and give somebody else a chance to hop up here.
well, ain't nobody came up and get.
My question
But
is,
I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link though. Go
okay.
ahead.
I think that I want to become a foster or adopted mom, and I want school age kids because I feel like they're the ones that's passed around a lot. I
Mm.
am looking into like courses to become a foster mom, and with you having school age kids, do you think that that would be something that is I mean, I don't know what to expect once I sign up for this. It's going to be kids that's gone through a lot, but I
Mm.
feel like I can really, do amazing things for them and give them the love that they want. And just, I'm a patient person, but maybe I'll
Mm.
have to have extra patience and pray that God gives me extra patience because of what they've gone through. So, what's your advice for that situation?
Well, first of all, make sure you're going in with a clear mind and not doing it for money.
Oh no, I don't even
I
care about the
yeah.
money.
It is a lot to be a foster parent because you don't know what kind of background the child is coming from, but have an open mind, have an open heart, and just think of it, even no matter what age they come to you as, just have that open mind like, this is my child, and I'm going to love him no matter if he's biologically mine or not. He or she is a biologically mine or not. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? So just have that open mind and that open heart, and just when they have those moments of wanting to, those outbursts and things like that, just know that it's not nothing against you. It's
Yeah.
just they got to have, it's just that new normal that they're not used to. Some people not used to love. Some people, some of these kids, parents abuse them. Some people, parents rape them or sell them for drugs and things like that. Think about what a child have to deal with in their mind when their own parent, and I know, and this is real. This is something I know, and I ain't gonna say no name.
Yeah.
Their own parent raped them. You
Mm.
think they're going to be mentally there if their
No.
own parent raped them?
No, they won't.
But you still have to love them. You still have to love them. And you have to have that support, and you have to just have that patience in your mind. You just have to have patience, and you have to have a very loving, kind, gentle spirit. Because if
Yeah.
you don't have that, and you think I'm just gonna go beat the hell out of, if you don't do right, I'm gonna send his ass back and bye. You can't have that because they're gonna make them feel like they're nothing and they're worthless and ain't nobody gonna love them.
Yes. Yes.
I know that kind of sounds a little harsh, but let's
No,
keep
it's
it
it's
real.
true. It's true. Keep it real. It is
Yeah,
so true. Um, Philly girl says rule number one: most things are not personal against you, whether it's coming from a child or their parent. Hmm.
right. Somebody said, "Blogs, are you single? Don't make Nick. Don't make Nick. Don't make Nick. Don't make Nick."
Oh goodness gracious. Oh Lord God.
Look,
Oh
look what
Lord
he said. I'm her fiance. Tell him
God.
Nick.
Lord God. It's okay. All right. It's okay. Oh Lord God.
They sleep. They don't never go to sleep until late. So Kate said foster parenting takes a special person. It does. It takes a special person as well to love someone else's child.
Mhm.
So if you're going out there being a what? You need charger. Um, make sure when you're fostering kids, make sure you're fostering kids for the right reasons. Don't do it, honestly. Don't do it for wrong reasons, and that means don't do it for those reasons of just getting some money.
Yeah. Cause see, my only thing is like I'm probably gonna get attached to them and want to keep
Uh-huh.
them forever, you know. And I know that there is a chance as a foster parent that their parents can come back and say, I got myself
Right.
together, I want my kids back. So that's
But
something
see,
that.
some parents ain't able to. Some people ain't able to get their children back because of their situation, child. If you decide to legally adopt them, they can't really contact them until they're 18. You remember Sky from uh Black Ink Crew Chicago, not Black Ink Crew, Black Ink Crew New York. She put her kids up, her two boys up for adoption. Yes, now they resent her, and she still have issues, and they still got issues against her, and they ain't really they been falling out and all that. But she could not reach out to those children because the mother, the lady that adopted them, she legally adopted them as her own children, and she could not contact them until they was 18.
Wow, yeah. Now, and I did hear that, like when kids get adopted, they can't. I know some adopted kids who their biological parents wasn't legally able to reach out to them until they were grown, till they were 18.
That's true, and that is no lie. You just can't decide. Oh, one day, I got my life together now. Now I want my children. You may want your children, but this person has created a family with this person. You think with this child, and you think you're going to just come in and just tear apart their family just because now you decided to get your life together. It's too late. You
Hmm.
should have did it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Think about it. Your choices. You are responsible for your choices. I always say that.
Hmm. And
So let's get back in the chat. Let's see. Um, Philly girl said, "Best of luck to you in that decision." Um, R in the Philly King said was thinking about likely to be a foster parent. Well, go ahead and do that. R in the Philippines. Um, Positive said being a foster mom is a big opportunity to show a child love. It's a big undertaking. It is. Most foster children have gone through some traumatic experience. You could be a beacon of hope, blogs.
aw,
Amen.
yes, I just want to be their rainbow.
Yes,
I
they
want
rainbow,
to
honey, on
have
a rainy day.
kids. Yeah. Oh,
Philly
it's
girl said,
I
go
have
ahead.
a few foster kids, or I'm
Mm,
praying that God gives me triplets when I'm ready. I want a lot of kids. I want like 5.
child,
Yes, I
I
do.
can only, look, I'm open to have one more child, but that is if I'm married. And he would probably gonna have to deal with it because Jamel and Jalen done took me down through that, child. I ain't gonna lie. Jamel and Jalen has done took me down and through there. And I'm open to have one more if my husband want one more. I ain't finna be unwed no more having children.
Yeah, people say just wait till you have your first one. You won't say that, but I really believe that I want a lot of kids.
Child. 5 kids, girl. You see how my hair look now? Child. Child. My hair be all over my head, child. Look, Tramella definitely be telling me, Monica, girl, you look tired. I be like, I am. I definitely am.
My mom had 4 kids. My grandmother had 5. And so I don't know. I
Hey,
think
Shawty World. Go
5
ahead. Go ahead. I was just saying, you said your grandmother had
5 kids.
5 kids.
Uh-huh.
But see, back in the day, they were known for having. Charlene said she good at 3. She, uh, Positive, you a mother of 5? Positive said she's a mother of 5. My third was a
Whoop,
surprise.
whoop.
Well, honey, more power to you guys, man. Like,
Yes.
ooh, 5 kids. Child, I'm definitely drinking these strawberries. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely we'll be drinking those strawberries, guys. If y'all want to come on up here, y'all guys, and if y'all got any questions about mom life or whatever questions y'all want to ask me or Blah stay on here. Uh, and you just want to come on the stream, come on the stream. This is just a Saturday night girl stream comes a girls night conversation. It
Yeah.
might be some men's in here, but y'all welcome. Look, I guess
Yeah,
y'all welcome.
you guys are welcome. So, what do you feel about being like high risk after a certain age? Like me, I'm 35
Mhm.
and I want to wait until I get married to have kids, which I'm probably not going to get married for like another year or two,
Nick, you hear that? Go ahead.
especially with what's going on right now in the world. I can't imagine planning a wedding anytime this year. So it'll probably be in a year or two. And like, what do you think about like the high risk thing? Because I hear that sometimes, like, oh my gosh, you're gonna have kids after you're 35. Oh my goodness, you'll be high risk. You'll have all these health problems.
As a person that had two children, who is this? Oh, this is the McRae Kingz. I'm gonna add y'all. Hey, Joseph and Jamel, take the Sunday morning service. I'll put y'all name on there.
Girl,
Hey.
girl, you know me. Hold on
uh,
for a second.
I'm gonna take you off and then put you back on. But if y'all didn't know this about me, but I was high risk with Jamel and Jayla because I was overweight. When you're overweight, you will be kind of high risk because I had both children early because I had gestational hypertension.
Mhm,
And me and Jayla was definitely at risk. Like let me tell you something, when you're going through a pregnancy, make sure you're happy and make sure you are in a healthy relationship. Make sure you're in a healthy relationship because if not, that stress will get on your child. It'll stress your body as well. So no matter if you're old or young, you could be in a high risk pregnancy. They told me I was high risk because of my weight.
mhm.
And when I had Jayla, when I first found out with Jayla, I was just eating like crazy. He said, "Monica, uh, I don't want you to gain no weight. You need to stay where you at." So I had to lose 10 pounds,
Mm.
and I had Jayla at 37. I had Jamel at 35. Jayla, they said that they had me sitting in the hospital for about a week
Wow.
because I had gestational hypertension, I and I they said they were scared that me and the baby wasn't gonna make it.
Oh my goodness.
So it don't matter what age we is, just being healthy, be in a healthy relationship. Don't put no stress on yourself. Don't let because let me tell you, when you're in a bad like me for those 2 years that I had to, because I had my kids back to back.
Mhm,
Uh, those 3 years I had Jamel and Jayla.
mhm.
Uh, I was in a very tumultuous relationship. It took a lot of stress out of me and my babies. That's my truth.
Yes.
You got something to say, Jamel?
Hey, what's shaking?
Hey.
What's going on, everybody? Up in the chat here tonight with Miss Monica,
Oh, thank y'all.
looking all pretty and almondy and stuff.
Yes.
Lord have
Yes,
mercy.
y'all, Monica know I love when I see her bring out her bright and beautiful face. You know that, Monica. You know I'm going to
Child, look,
props,
I
girl.
just got to get the hair to get. Look, I was like, Lord, my hair juice, but it's okay.
It looks cute.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm seeing some really cool stuff. Philly girl said she had a friend that had two children in her 40s, no issues.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying. So don't worry. Don't worry.
yeah.
Don't worry.
Yes.
Let me see. Who else saying something? Look, uh, Philly girl says, "There any empty nesters here? That means people that don't have any children in their house.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Here I go. I didn't even know I had the damn mic on. Lord have mercy. Y'all know me with my crazy self. Y'all excuse me for not having my camera on. I'm going through metamorphosis. You know me. Y'all know me.
Metamorphosis.
Y'all know me, Monica. On the weekends, I be doing my hair and stuff and experimenting and stuff. I'm
Jesus,
experimenting.
I got to see Jesus.
Yes. So, but y'all, I want y'all to know that Monica is a wonderful mother. She is one of the most dedicated mothers I've ever seen in my life. Coming from a big family, and me coming having two sisters that have big families that not as big. I mean, Monica, your family ain't nothing compared to my sister. Y'all told you
Oh,
my
he
sister
number
got,
3 of us, child.
yeah, my sister got 10 children. One of my sisters,
10.
she got 10. So,
Hey,
I
Chef.
I'm
Hey, Steph.
always rocking with whatever family is. Wherever there's there's nothing like a mother's love. There's nothing like the beauty of a mother's love. I was actually going to have a conversation on my next live stream about how these fathers need to start supporting mothers a lot more. And I think Mom Life, your movement, is a beautiful movement. But with that being said, I also think that there's a lot of fathers out there that are single fathers as well as mothers, and there's also a lot of mothers out there that are that are married. Like my sister-in-law, she's a dedicated mother, just like you, Monica. you know and she loves her daughter and she nurtures her kids just like you nurture her kids. That's why I look up to women that do the
Mhm.
same things that you do. I mean, it takes a lot, guys, to raise a child, just one child. It takes a lot. And for a mother like Monica to be dedicated to her children the way she is, and y'all don't know behind the scenes all the things that she has to endure to make it possible for her kids. And Monica does everything that she possibly can to make it possible for her kids. And still at the same time is able to take a little bit of time and put it to the side and focus on doing her YouTube channel and things like that. It's phenomenal. It's a beautiful thing when you see things like that. So
Right.
yeah, I want you guys out there that are in the chat and are listening to the chat, support Mom Life, support Monica, and support Mom Life, and understand that the movement, although small, it is very large, and people understand and realize this. It does take a village to raise a child.
It does.
It really does take a village to raise a child. Without the support of family and friends, and even some of the people in your neighborhood, what would children be? Where would they be? Just remember that. That's all I really had to say. I just wanted to tell you, Monica, how beautiful I think you look tonight. And
Oh, thank you.
Blogs, thank you for supporting you. Blogs, she's the queen, queen unicorn cupcake.
Yes.
Yes, so yes. Blogs, thank you for always being there and supporting Monica as you have always been. You've been a great friend to her, and I want you to really understand as her big brother. I really do appreciate all the things that you do. Blog, y'all don't know behind the scene. Blogs does little play dates with Monica kids and everything. And
They say TT.
she loves children. She really does.
Yeah.
Blogs really, really loves children, and she does little play dates with Jayla and Jamel. Trying to give Monica a little break sometime. We all try to give Monica a little break.
Oh,
Yeah, but yes, that's real friendship. That's real
Mhm.
friendship, and that's real love. And Monica, know that you got real people out here that really, really love you and really support you. And
Oh, thank you guys. It's
we
not
really
about me. It's all about God. It's
this.
all about you guys. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like that. I appreciate you saying that, Tramel. It ain't, I appreciate each of you guys' support. Know that, what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It be days that I do cry that no one knows that I cry. My kids don't know that I cry because I feel overwhelmed. But I just take it with stride because I know that I got a plan for my kids, making a better life for my kids. And I ain't gonna get up here crying. And Blanche, you better not cry either. Um,
how'd you know I was
You
about
Cause
to?
Blogs always crying.
look,
Blogs, stop it. Blogs,
Chef, what do you have to say,
Blogs
Chef? Look,
crying
we
right
get
now.
off
I,
there.
I, I don't even have to look at her on the camera. She's crying right now.
Look, look. I put everybody on the street. Can I add another person? Yeah. Chef, go ahead and say what you got to say, Chef.
I really didn't have much to contribute. I just like clicking links. I'm a I'm a link clicker.
I
Um,
can't. I
but since
can't.
Monica, since you and blogs are so good with children, would either of you like to volunteer to take my son for next summer, the entire summer?
Yeah, I would
Well, Blogs would now, Blogs probably be cool with it, but I'm gonna tell you something. Child, I can't deal with no more children.
See, Monica, there you go. You got a father right there. Let him be. He a part of mom life too. See there? I told you. It's some men out there.
Look,
It's some men
I
out there
can't.
that are single fathers too. That take care of their kids too. I'm
Yes,
telling
it is. Shout out to all the wonderful single fathers that take out those children. Thank you guys that are putting things in the chat. Thank you guys. Hey, Everyday Life with the Kelly Girls, guys. Everyday Life with the Kelly Girls is my feature channel for the month. Make sure you guys are connecting with them. Let's try to get them to 500. Um, okay, positive.
hey,
I see Chef like
Positive.
clicking links.
Hey, I just want to come up and just encourage you and just say, where'd she go? Can y'all hear
Oh,
me?
I can hear
Did we
you.
lose?
yeah.
Did we lose her?
I think we lost Monica.
Uh-oh.
I'm here. I'm here.
There she is.
I did. I had to go eat something. Sorry.
Oh no,
Go
no
ahead,
problem. I
Pop.
was like, what happened? No, I just to come up to encourage you, say you're doing an amazing job, and
Oh, thank
just
you.
keep doing what you're doing. And I understand the struggle of being a single mom, a stepmom, probably any type of mom you can think of. I've probably been that. And just say, no, you're doing your best, and just continue doing that. That's all you can do. Your children know that I can't hear you, but
Oh,
you're.
I was on
um,
mute.
yeah, you were on mute, girl. But yeah, and I know I'd be writing a whole thesis down in the chat. I'd be wanting to say so much, and I usually write a
Hmm.
lot. But I was saying about your mom life movement. Um, I think I could just see it being so much bigger than where it is right now, being a solution, to other mothers. And what I was trying
Right.
to say in the chat was, you'll be surprised how much support mothers need right now, because with
Yes.
this new normal that's going on, there's a lot
Right.
of mothers who have their children 24/7, and they're not used to that. Their break was when they went to school, and now they're having to, be around them for 24/7. And some mothers are not used to that. And so they definitely need a support group. So,
Same for me, cause yeah, let me tell y'all something. During the pandemic, when we were stuck in the house, child, I was praying for a little break because Jesus, I was like, Lord, I miss work a little bit because that's the only little break that I got. Cause they was
right.
at school and I was at work, and now when I wake up, I see y'all. At lunch, I see y'all. Then
Mhm.
y'all crying, eating up the snacks. I'm like, Jesus.
I know when this whole pandemic started and the kids went home toward the end of the school year last year, I
Mm-hmm.
saw a lot of memes on social media where parents were turning in their resignations as teachers talking about, y'all come get your kids back because I can't do this. I'm like, wait a minute, you're the parent. And then the teacher's like, y'all good? Like, you see what we've been going through during the day with your children. You're at work and we're having to deal with that. But you'd be surprised how many mothers probably need that support right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Mom
You're
Life
right.
could be a solution to that.
You're right. So, I probably I'll work on trying to get a mom life Facebook group.
Yes, and Monica, tell them about your boutique. Y'all, Monica got a boutique too. She got a lot of
I
merchandise.
still that need work. And I ain't getting no, like, y'all pray for me, like I can get the boutique and stuff together right the way I want it to be, because it's hard to, like I said, I still got to manage my time a little bit more. RR said something in the chat. Did you feel that, MJ, the moment that we feel like it's very heavy, our feelings, especially if we have job and go home and our children say, I love you, mom, the heavy feeling is sincerely fade in the love world? Um, I'm trying to read it to understand. So what you're saying is, do I get a heavy feeling if when I have a job and go home and they say I love you? Can you rewrite that or come on the screen and give me a better understanding? I'm kind of Do any of y'all understand what they're trying to say? Because I know
What I
sometimes in the Philippines, they
mhm,
want to, they be meaning well. They just,
mhm.
the
I
English
think
kind of
what
be
she's
off.
trying to say from what I'm kind of interpreting is that she's saying if you had a hard day and you have that weight on you, when you get home and you see your children's face, that load that was on you just get lifted because of the fact that you have someone in your space that loves you unconditionally, and they're like, "I love
Oh,
you, mom."
yes,
Does that lift that off of you? I think that's what she was saying. If
yes.
you had a heavy day and you
Yes,
get
I
home, does
think that's
that
what
take
she
away
was
with your
saying too.
kids?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes, yes, I do have hard days at work, and yeah, like Jayla said more than Jamel, but like she always telling me, "Mommy, you look so pretty." Even though I might just come out working my hair all over my head, my baby be like, "Mama, I love you. You so pretty." But I be like, "Thank you, baby." It feels so good, and she tell me I love you, and she be like, "Mommy, I want to be just like you." It does. It is a great feeling, and I ain't gonna lie, like it's not.
That Jayla, she is something else. If y'all ain't never seen Monica's mukbangs, when Jayla could be cutting up and knocking the camera over and stuff, oh my God, I'd be in stitches.
She just, but yes, y'all have any more questions or anything else you guys want to talk about? I know that you said that there's a lot of single fathers. Chef, are you a single father? I know you said you're married, right?
Yeah, I'm married.
Okay, so you just like to be on. You just wanted to be on the stream, then.
Well, no,
I
he's a
just like I
father.
just like clicking links.
I'm sure, right, Chef? You a father that
I I can't.
involved. I give a shout out to any fathers that are involved in their children's life because growing
Right.
up, I grew up with both my parents in my life, living in the same household, and unfortunately, my dad was not really exist. He didn't really exist in the household. One because he was a police officer and he was not home a lot. But even when he was home, it was very difficult for me to even have a relationship with my dad because he extended himself out to the community. He was also a community activist. So I have to say that a lot of the kids in the community, like in the projects, got more attention from my dad than I actually did. So we have to really applaud men that are even though they are existing in their children's life to actually be doing things with their children. There's a lot of fathers out there that simply maybe because of work or maybe just because they just really don't know how to be a father are not existing in their children's lives. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And they're still in there in the household. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I experienced. I didn't, like I said, I didn't have a relationship with my dad, so I don't know what type of father Chef is. It seems like he's the father that exists in his children's lives. Am I right, Chef?
You said children. Don't curse me with children.
Oh,
It's
it's
one
only
kid.
one.
He said he got a child. He
Well,
ain't
you
got no
know what,
children.
Chef? I'm a pray another one come. You want me to pray another one
Nah,
come?
there's no way.
I want to. I'm gonna pray that prayer for you.
No, I think we're Gucci. But Monica, what I do want to say to you is like sincerely to embrace those moments where you say sometimes you periodically you'll cry or you won't necessarily have a breakdown, but you'll let out those tears. I would say embrace those moments because you should become worried when you don't have those tears anymore, because those
Okay.
tears are a signal that you're sending out that you genuinely care and you're concerned about, you know, just circumstances. Because some people get really disconnected when they're down, and then that's that severe depression. But for you to still have those emotions, that means there's something working inside of you that wants to make everything right. So that's a victory. That's still a victory.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Aw,
That's
Thank you.
good, Chef. That's
Oh my
good.
God, y'all!
Yeah.
I
that
we
was really good. Chef, don't
that
make me
was
cry.
that
Don't.
was, but you know what? I cannot even tell you how many times me and Joseph and Blogs have been on the phone with Monica, sitting there crying with her, talking about her children, talking about how her daughter look up at her and don't see no wrong, how her son, some of the antics that he does, that he puts her through. And sometimes we look at Monica and we look at this look on her face. She'd be like, "Y'all, please come and help me."
No, y'all say y'all gonna put them on in the porch. So I just use Jamel and Joseph as a way of telling them if y'all don't get it together, I'm Jamel. Y'all going to Jamel and Joseph
Yeah,
house.
because they come to my house, they come right outside on the porch.
Oh, don't do
I
it.
know, as much as I
See, they
love,
know Blog's gonna love them. They know Blog's gonna give them whatever they want. So
yeah,
I can't use Blogs against them.
yeah. Well, y'all know as much as I love churn, I like churn in somebody else's house. I
Yeah.
don't send them in my house. You send them to my house, they coming back a whole different way. They coming back cussing, shooting, stabbing, and spitting, or
Oh
even
Nah,
worse.
goodness. Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
look, we already had an incident with
Oh
Jamel.
goodness, Jermaine.
Uh, he said cussing, spitting,
Listen, I'm
stabbing, and
honest,
cussing.
right?
Jesus.
I'm honest.
Huh? Hey,
I wanted to add to
Jesus.
what Chef was saying. I tell you, when our kids look at us and we feel maybe we're at our lowest or our worst, and they just look at us and say, "We
Mm-hmm.
love you." I mean, it just makes every like R&R would say, it just makes everything fade away. That unconditional love, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what we're going through. Our children come. I mean, I can't tell you how many days that my children have helped me through that when I was a single mother. Just
Yeah.
them loving on us, So
Yeah.
it's a
Like
beautiful thing.
I tell you, like if a child's love is really just that unconditional love that no one could ever give. I feel like that child they don't see no wrong with you. And let me tell you something. Even those kids that parents like be out of their life or don't do right by them, they still love their parents. They still feel like their parents don't do any wrong.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Even those kids that are up for that are in adoption and stuff like that, they still love their parents. That's why they go back and look for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. But then sometimes a lot of parents take it for granted. And in the latter years when kids get older, they have resentment. So you don't want your child to have resentment towards you. So that's why you should always be good to your children. And children
Yes,
are gifts. Remember that. Always remember that children are gifts. It's a lot of children that don't even make it into this world. You know and children are gifts from God. They are really, really special. All of them.
right.
They're all unique.
Yeah, they are unique in their own way.
Hmm.
Um, so shout out to all the good mothers out here. I know Charlene said that she had her last one at 38. Charlene, girl, I thought you was younger than that. Cause I have talked to Charlene face to face, and Charlene looked like she about 25, y'all. She has a baby face. And I said, Charlene said, I'm looking to tell you, Charlene 38 when she was 38. Jesus. But Blige, you know what I'm saying? um, never if you want to have a child, never think that you're too old or your biological clock is ticking and oh, you're gonna have maybe something wrong that you may be at risk. You could be at risk. Let me tell you something, being overweight, you're gonna be at risk. And I'm just being real with you.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yes.
If you want a child, get to it, I guess.
I'm telling you, if you know God, you're gonna have one. Don't let no doctor tell you that you
Yeah.
can't have no child. You listen. If you know God, God work in mysterious ways. There have been women on this earth that doctors have told them they couldn't have children, and they've had them. My baby sister, she had her son was 18 years old, and she got pregnant again after trying. So times she had several miscarriages, and just all of a sudden, out of the blue, she became pregnant again, and she had her dream child, and
Mhm.
that that little girl is like the love of her life, and she's raising her, and she's doing okay to this day. She had some problems when she was first born and stuff like that. But don't never let no doctor tell you that you can't have no children, because doctors can be wrong too.
Yeah, they can. BJ's good news. you know, that's my mom, guys. If you have not connected to BJ's Good News, that's my
Yes.
mom.
Hey, Mama BJ.
Hey, mama.
My mom always tell me, she said, "Girl, you don't need no more children. You see how Jamel and Jayla is. You don't need no more kids."
Yeah, Monica,
Uh,
she want to have one more. Are you crazy?
but yeah, guys. So,
You know what's funny? My wife and I, we tell all of our friends to not have kids.
really,
Yeah, no, because we I don't know, we look at it in a different perspective, I suppose, because everything kind of happens for a reason, and
it does, and
yeah, we always tell our friends kind of close to our age. We're both 34, but definitely our friends that are
really
34 and older. We're like, if you didn't have kids already, we're like, yo, just ball out.
enjoy your life.
Yeah, travel,
Don't worry about the
see the entire
children.
world. Um,
Mhm,
yeah, you can find a purpose in a lot of things, and in a
mhm.
great way and in a big way, children can really uphold and feed and nourish a purpose within you. Um,
Yes,
but but yeah, I mean there's options for happiness, and a lot of us, there's things out there, like, you ever hear the saying, there's things there's things you don't know, like,
Mhm.
hmm
yeah, it's like, it's life, it's just exploring, and you have to just find what really makes you happy. And I'm glad that I had a kid. uh I feel like I wouldn't be the person I am now without my kid, because I think I would have found things satisfactory in my life that I look at now where I'm like, why was I doing that? I wanted more for myself. Like, there's a lot of stuff I would tell my younger self, but I don't have to do that
yeah,
because now I have a kid that I can make sure he's on the right track and not kind of doing the same things that I did.
Chef, don't
yes.
make me want to have no damn child. Joseph keep on saying that he went to some psychic lady and she told him that we gonna have a 10-year-old child. And I'm like, Joseph, you better stop talking that.
I would strongly encourage you to not ignore the first thing I said. Ball out and travel.
Listen, but I no honestly,
Good, Jamel.
no, honestly, I joke about y'all here. I joke about kids all the time, but I love my nieces and nephews. I really do. They can't come to my house until they can microwave. But I love kids. But my father made this statement to me years ago. He said, son, don't ever have a child unless you are ready to dedicate your life to him.
Right.
I was always,
Absolutely.
I was always that brother that was just selfish with myself. I wanted to be out and about and I wanted to travel and I wanted to do all these things. So I never had people, just because you gay, you can't have children. But that's not true. But that was one of the things that stopped me from having children, because there were many opportunities for me to have a child. I just never I just believe that it takes a lot of dedication. It takes a
It
lot
does.
of dedication to have a child. If you can't love and nurture and dedicate a child and realize that when you have a child, it's not about you no more, it's about that
Right.
child. If you can't do that, if you can't provide that child with all of you, then you ain't got no business having no children. That's why I never had children before. You know what I'm saying? Even now, Joseph and I have sometimes we talk about the possibilities of having children. I'll be like, Joseph, we is too old, child. I'm 52 years old. You gonna be 50 next year, ain't I? No, but at the same
Y'all like
time,
each other. That's
I
it.
really believe that if there was an opportunity where if there was a chance that a child like needed a home or something like that, I would, knowing me and my soft heart, I would change my mind and I would become that nurturing father that child needs. You know what I'm saying? Because and y'all have seen my son in my chat. I have gay children. I have children that are, they call me dad in the LGBTQ world. And they call me dad. And I really take that very, very seriously. Like, y'all see my son in my chat, my son Maurice. He's really like, y'all seen me last week, just last week when he was on my live stream. I cried because he said I saved his life. And that meant a lot to me. I can be a
hmm
nurturing father when I need to be. I know that I can be. But, I think it just really takes a special person. You have to dedicate yourself to having children and nurturing them and being
hmm
unselfish to have a child. You really, really do. If you can't do all of that, then there's no sense in you having no child. You are going to provide that child with just nothing but just heartache and pain. If you can't do,
And
you have to dedicate yourself to a child when you have it, regardless whether it's adopted or regardless whether it is biological. You have to dedicate your time. Like I see so many mothers like you, Monica, and you know, you ladies that are in the chat talk about your children like their goal, and I love to see that. I love to hear that. You know, and you know, it just takes a special person to have a child. It really, really does.
yes, it does. And you know what I'm saying, Tremel, like you said, let me ask you this question about you said that you are like a father to your like to Maurice, your other, you know, and so what kind of example yourself like, because you all are, I guess, well, y'all are gay men. So what kind of father do you be to Maurice?
Well, you know, what you have to understand about our world in terms of the homosexual world is a lot of young brothers and sisters. They come from families that do not accept them. So when they
Mm-hmm.
find someone like an older person like me to attach themselves to and
Mm-hmm.
to nurture, to be that father figure in their lives, you know, that it's an honor. It's an honor to us, you know. So as far as Maurice is concerned, and I have other gay sons as well. Um, as far as Maurice is concerned, I treat him just like as if if he was my biological son. You know, whenever he comes to me for advice or he needs for me to talk, if he needs to talk to me about something, I'm there for him. Whatever it is that he needs, anything
Mm-hmm.
that any elder father would provide to their elder son, I would provide to him as a father. I'm you know, I don't care if it's 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. If he calls me, I'm picking up the phone and I'm trying to find out what's going on. And if he needs for me to be somewhere, me and my husband, we getting in the car and we going to find him. We going to get him. If he needs for us to come and get him, it's the same thing. You know, it's no different. You know, but in our culture, in our gay culture, there are a lot of young men and women that they because they're not accepted by their families, that look to, you know, people like me and my husband and other elder people in the gay community to, you know, be that father figure or that mother figure or both.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. So basically, what you're saying is like those people, those men that come out to their family, that then their family abandoned them. You are like their father figure to them
Yes.
because their family can't accept them for who they really are.
Right, exactly.
Great. I
Yeah.
always want to ask you that.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a, you know, it's an honor for someone to look at you in that light. It's an honor for me
Mhm.
for somebody to look at me as a father figure because, you know, I'm no father. I don't have any biological kids, but for somebody to think that highly of me is an honor to me, and I take that very seriously. So anybody that I consider, and believe me when I say this, I have young men that send me messages all the time asking me, and Joseph, can we be your can you be my fathers? And we're like, yeah, you know, you can't. It's so hard to turn away a young man or a young woman that has been, you know, shunned by their family, by their community. I mean, just imagine, you know, and take that responsibility on as a father. You know, we
Right.
and we have a movement. We have a movement on Facebook. It's called Fathers of the Children. That a lot of our sons. Joseph has sons as well, and well, we have a daughter. It's it's not a lot of the women. They it's very rare that you find women that want to have a father figure in their lives. A lot of gay women, but mostly gay men are the ones
Mhm.
usually that really want a father figure to to nurture them and to give them advice on what to do, and so on and so forth. So we both of us, we have a lot of sons, you
Mm.
know.
I was, that. Thank you for saying that. Um, because like I always wondered about that because a lot of gay men or older gay men always call the younger ones um son.
Yeah.
And I guess what you're doing is just taking them under your wing and
Hmm.
just giving them love.
Yeah, it's like being a mentor, you know.
Yeah,
It's like being a mentor. It's like mentoring them and guiding them in the right direction, because there's so
right.
many dangers out there. And who wants to be alone in this world? You know what I'm
No
saying?
one.
A lot of
Like,
It's a lot of young men, because, like I said, it's a lot of them that they're runaways. They've been sexually molested, or it's so many different issues that they have. They were teased, ridiculed. I was teased and ridiculed as a kid, so I know what it feels like. I know what all that feels like. So for me to be able to nurture or to protect someone from harm
mhm.
is a beautiful thing.
Yes. So continue to do the great things that you're doing. Um,
And
because
to nurture other kids, like Monica, I nurture your son and your daughter. Your son said they sang happy birthday to me last
I
week.
don't even know why they
You
did that
know,
because I'm like, it is not Tremel's birthday. Mommy, we're gonna sing happy birthday to Tremel anyway.
yeah, but
Okay.
listen. I tell you, if they said it's my birthday, then damn it, it's my birthday. But it's an honor to me that your kids look at me and Joseph in that light. They always ask, even when I'm on the phone with you, they always ask, "Where's Joseph and Tramel? Where's Joseph and Tramel?"
Your name is not Tremel, baby. It's Jermel.
Yeah, Jermel. They call me Jermel. He can call me whatever he want. Jamel can call me whatever he wants. And
Hey,
Monica.
Jamel.
Uh-huh. You know, that's just that. I don't mind that.
Yes. So, guys, if y'all have any questions do y'all mind taking any questions, blogs or Tremel? If y'all won't mind taking any
Oh
questions or
no,
anything
not
like
at all.
that,
Not at all.
you know, I'm sorry that my special guest didn't come, guys, but guess what? This was a great conversation, guys. Just know, what I'm saying, sometimes things happen and people are not able to make it, but guess what? This was a great topic and a
Oh,
great
we
discussion.
TBT squad. We always gonna have each other back.
Exactly. So,
Truth be told.
um, so it is some stuff that has been said in the chat. If you guys want to come on the stream and just ask any questions to us or ask any questions or just say whatever, hey, that's a live, you know what I'm saying? It's just a topic about anything. So R&R in the Philippines said that the absolute problem here in the Philippines is they make kids more than they take care of them. And then Chef said that plus a lot of Filipino Chef, he's back. Okay. You back, Chef? Chef, you back. What happened to the McRae Kingz?
Yeah, I'm back.
Uh okay, Chef. So it says plus a lot of Filipino fathers find themselves leaving it to work abroad to send money back home. I work with a lot of Filipino fathers in Dubai. Um so so let me ask y'all this. Let me ask you, what do y'all feel about this? It's a lot of immigrants that come here to feed their family. Do you feel as though because like down here in Mississippi, they really do come here and work on the sweet potato farms to send money back home to provide for their family? Do you feel like that is wrong for
No,
them to
I
just
don't.
No.
send
Yeah.
like go ahead.
I don't think that's wrong at all.
What I do is, I always try to look at things from both sides of the spectrum, and I picture
Hmm.
myself in a position where I wasn't a native of this country and I had an opportunity to come and either have a better life or provide something for my family. And I asked myself, would I do the same thing as they would? And but the answer is yes. I get so in my feelings when I hear people say, y'all need to go back to y'all country, or y'all need to speak English because y'all need to go back to y'all country. And first of all, let's be real. No, but for slavery, I'm not a native of this country. You know, but for the Ninas, Pinta, and Santa Maria, you are not a native of this country. The last time I checked, the Indians were the natives of this country. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't look at myself in the light of, this is my country, and no, you can't come here and work, and no, you can't come here and provide a better life. Because listen, if I was, let's say I wasn't a native of this country, and heard about this place, like people don't understand what how foreigners feel about the United States. They believe that this is the land of milk and honey.
They
They
do.
believe this is the promised land. They know that, just by looking at on television and seeing things in the news, that this is a place where you can be free. You are free to do whatever you want to as long as you're willing to pay the cost. So, with that being known, that's why some of them die to get
Right.
there. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
I
that's
hate
why
that they
we have to
keep them
look
in
at it like that.
cages. Like, like they come undocumented and they just keep them in cages like they're nothing. Like they treat dogs better than that. Come on now.
Well, can I play devil's advocate here for a second?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Um, I want to say that America overall is the least strict with immigration.
Mm.
Really?
I've lived in Europe and I've lived in Asia, and I brought my entire family with me every time.
Hmm.
Um, yes, there are people get detained and they get locked in cages, but it is because of them entering illegally. There's a legal way to do it,
Right.
and I promise you that a country, okay, like, so we recently lived in Dubai. If anyone tried to come in there illegal, it's going to be worse than being detained. For them.
Really?
And yes, and same thing for the UK. It has like the strictest immigration laws.
Yeah, you're right.
Um,
You're right, Chef. You're absolutely right. And you know what? I do believe that I'm not an advocate of immigrants coming over here illegally. I'm just not. Because
I
and
just wish they treated them better. That's my thing.
not an advocate of immigrants coming over here and committing crimes and being able to stay in this country, because let's be real, that happens all the time. It does happen. And I think that, like Chef said, there is a process. There is a process.
Yeah.
yeah, and
you know
I've been an immigrant. Like, I've done the paperwork. I've paid the thousands of dollars to get a
right.
work visa
Wow.
in Europe and in Asia. Like, I've sacrificed that.
Yeah,
And that's the right way to do it, because I feel like any other way, you're putting yourself in jeopardy and you're putting your family in jeopardy to try to do it any other way.
yeah,
Huh?
that's so
And
true. I mean,
Well, go ahead, Jamel. I'm
no,
sorry.
what I was gonna, I agree. I agree with Chef 100%. There's people, there are immigrants that have gone through the process of taking passing the test that they need to pass, paying the cost that they need to pay to get over there to this country. It's not fair to those people that go through all of the red tape and the years and years and years that it takes to become an American citizen. It's not fair to them for people to come over here illegally and make them look bad, and or put them in a bad light, because of not doing it the proper way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I understand that there's some people coming to this country because they're in danger or what have
Mhm.
you.
yeah,
They
you
have a
can definitely
process.
file
Right.
for
That's what I'm saying.
refugee
That was
status.
basically what Charlene was saying. Like she said yes, but I think some people are desperate to flee their situation. Because in Mexico, there are gangs and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
and people dying. But here it's the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, here in the United States, it is some bad areas as well.
yeah.
So
But Monica, there's a process for that. Even people that come into this country and they want asylum. Am I right, Chef? There's a
Yes, you
Mhm.
can put
there's a
yourself
process
under
for
a refugee status under asylum. Yes.
right. There's a process for that. So everything has a process. It's not as if, if they come to this country, they're just going to be completely turned away. There's a process. You can apply for a visa. You can apply for asylum. You can
But
apply.
you know, do they cost something? Because some people ain't got the money. I'm gonna be
No, no,
honest.
no, not
Some people
not
ain't got the
entirely.
thousands of dollars. Go
In
Not
ahead.
those
entirely.
cases, you just have to have your documents in order. A lot of these kids that we're seeing being locked up, it's wrong. It feels wrong. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of these kids we're seeing being locked up, like teenagers being separated from their parents, even younger kids crossing the border. Their parents are coming with no information. They're coming
Wow.
with no birth certificate, no like nothing. So it's really hard to navigate that as far as being somebody at the border trying to you know, really be an immigration officer.
Okay.
Okay.
Because someone can say, okay, I was in Guadalajara, there was a cartel taking over. They can say that, but there's no document saying that they're from Guadalajara. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
Mhm.
so it won't cost a thing, but it's just a matter of having the right paperwork in order.
Right. I mean, we can't. We have to live. We as citizens in this country, we have to. We have to have documentation. Imagine somebody undocumented being in the country, and they come to your house and they rob you, or they kill you, or
Right.
something bad happens. Then what? Imagine if there's a child that has been taken from another country, and they're over here in this country, and they're not documented. Meanwhile, their family is in their home country and can't find them, or worse, thinks that they're dead, or they've been illegally adopted, or sex trafficked, or whatever. That's the reason why you have to go through the process, because there's so many things that can happen, you know if you're in this country undocumented. We have this saying, those of us that have worked for the government, you're nothing but a number in this world. You really are. You are a number. You have a social security number attached to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you are identified.
And I
you know
have a really good example. From 2015 to 2017, we lived in London. Um, Syria, of course, was not at its greatest state at that time. But there were a lot of refugees that were seeking asylum in Germany, in London, and in Sweden. Okay. I don't know if anybody remembers this. Does anybody remember when Trump was saying that that Germany it's like upside down? He doesn't want America to become Germany.
uh,
A lot of people disagree with a lot of things Trump say, but I lived in Europe at the time when there was crazy asylum taking place.
right.
And I'm talking about, no lie, from the Manchester bombing to the London Bridge attack. There was a Borough Market attack. Like literally, this terrorism was like every month there was some terrorist attack when we were living in London, or some threat,
Wow.
because people were sneaking. Oh, they had no documents. So literally, a terrorist would grab a kid up off the street in Syria, get to Calais in France, which would be there. Either they would stay in France or they would go across the water to London and be like, "Help me, help me! I have a small daughter. I need help." But it's just some random kid they picked up off the street, and they have no
I-
paperwork for them. And then those people were potentially terrorists. They started terrorist cells.
wow.
And the Manchester bombing and the London Bridge attack at the time between 2015 2017 was insane, because these people came under false pretenses, saying they needed asylum, and they just had random kids with them that they probably killed their parents, unfortunately, and then just took the kids to use them to get into the country.
Wow.
And that was happening a lot. So that can very easily happen in America, especially with the cartels. The cartels want to get inside. They can just bring any random kid, and if they don't have the paperwork for them. That's just, like I say, I'm playing devil's advocate here.
No, no, no. I understand what you're saying, because
Yeah.
seen I've seen on the news and in vlogs where there've been like terrorists with machetes just like cutting people up.
Yeah, that's real. On the train, like our whole
Yeah,
train.
Machetes.
Yes, our train would be stopped. I would be on the district line in London, and our train would be stopped because three people walked on the train with machetes.
yeah. I've,
Yeah,
I've
it's real. But
I've seen
America
it.
didn't get those stories. But clearly, the McRae Kingz, y'all got those stories.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's
yes.
real.
Well, as a musician, I traveled a lot, and I've seen, what terrorism can do. I've seen the dark side of it and what it can do.
Okay, guys. So let's switch gears here. Let me say this. What do you guys think about sex trafficking? You know, like how it really do need to be addressed here in the United States. Like it's a lot of kids, guys, that have been taken away and being sex trafficked. It's a
I
lot of
mean,
women
Oh
that
my
are
it
being
God.
taken.
starts with the parents. It
Mhm.
just really does.
Go
You do
ahead.
your best to protect your kids at all costs,
Hmm.
but I think sometimes people can become really comfortable and lower their guard. Like I've never been into a Walmart in my life until I just moved back to America. So I went today for the first time, and I was showing my son this wall of missing children today,
Wow.
trying to explain to him. I'm like, look, like this is why we hold your hand. This is why when we tell you to move, you move, because this entire wall of kids, and he saw it. He didn't believe it. I'm like, this kid's 11, this kid's 16. Like it takes that much more, and it's a sad state, to be in. But like we really have to like helicopter over our kids to a certain extent.
Yeah, and
Right.
here in Ohio, that was something that happened a lot. Like before this whole pandemic, that was something that we struggled here with, here. And I already explained to you, Monica, like the whole story about me going to a gas station and a lady snatching up a kid. And
Wow. I remember you telling me about that.
yeah, and thank God I was there. I mean, I don't like to get physical with anyone, but I had to.
Tell them about the blogs. Tell them
But well, first I want to say God is good because I
about-
had went to do someone's hair on the opposite side of town, and I had went to her. And usually I get my gas at either like BP or Speedway, and then I have like my little Speedway rewards card or whatever. And I was like, well, I'll get gas by the house at Speedway. I was on the opposite side of town. Something says stop at the Sunoco gas station. So I stop there and I go inside to get gas. I'm inside. I go get something to drink, and I got my soda in my hand, and literally this lady comes in and she's walking around. She's being all weird, and it's a lady in line with like her 3-year-old son, and the lady grabs him by the back of his pants and just pulls him to her, and like she's holding him to her chest, and she runs to her car. So the lady was stuck to the floor, like, my son, that's not her kid. And I ran outside, and I'm telling this guy that's driving past with a pickup truck, I'm like, block her car, because she was like parked in front of the store. And he blocked her. And the lady had her window rolled. She just threw that baby into the car. And unfortunately, I had to fight the lady. I didn't, God forgive me, but that was the only way she was going to. I felt like she was going to reverse. The guy was automatically going to move his truck. And I don't like being physical with anybody, but I had to literally be physical with her window. She had her window rolled down a little bit. So I put my hand in there and I'm just like literally grabbing her and trying to do everything so that she doesn't move this car. And she gets out of the car. I literally had to sit on her at the time. You guys know, for you guys that know, I lost 100 and something pounds, but I was bigger. I had to sit on this.
Congratulations.
Yes, I had to sit on this lady until the police came. Um, and they, they arrested her and everything, but she was a part of a big trafficking thing here, and it was meant. I didn't even get gas. I mean, I was so distraught and like. I don't know what kicked into gear, but I was just like, I got to save this lady's baby. The lady was so stuck. Like, it was just like once her nerves kicked in, she couldn't move. And all I knew is like I dropped a drink, I dropped the I had like one of those collapse, I don't even know. It was like a collapso type juice thing, and it splashed all over the floor. I just did not care. I dropped my purse and everything. And she was a part once I went to a few court dates. Come to find out, she had been a part of a big rink of people where she was just taking kids. And some of the kids, they, never found out where the kids were. Or so, yeah. Yeah, it was really big here in Ohio. And as much as I can't stand this pandemic, it has put a stop to that, of course, because nobody is really out. So, yeah,
But you
that's
know
that
what?
crazy story.
It's like what Chef said. It can happen in a blink of an eye, just like what Blogs just explained. It can happen in a blink of an eye. You could be in a store with your child, and somebody just grabbed them by the seat of their pants, and before you know it, you as a parent, you froze. Like that lady froze in her tracks.
She did. She did. All she could do was scream. She
Yeah,
was still standing in line just screaming. She couldn't move because of the shock, you
right.
know?
Right.
Yeah.
It can happen that quick. It can happen
Yeah.
in the blink of an eye. You can turn your eye for 1 minute and your child is gone. So
And,
you have to be careful. You have to look out. And sadly, we live in a world like this, but we have to be mindful of that. And it's like Chef said also, it's people that will grab a child and they will fake cry and they will act like that child is theirs just to get past security or whatever. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? It happens.
yeah.
And it can also be really calculated at the same time.
Hmm.
Your kid could be on the playground. This person can take a year, say hi to your kid every day, and then now your kid has a rapport with a complete stranger that you never met, you
Yeah,
don't even know about.
that's
This person
true.
just come. This person, your kid might walk from the school, go to the store every day, and this one
Hmm.
person just might be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Just that, just those 3 words, 4 words every day to them, and now your kid is familiar with this person, and that person could be planning for a year, 2 years to be like, "I'm gonna get this kid." Like,
Yeah.
and it's so sad because me, I act a fool about my two.
Yeah, that's why even now myself, I see cute little kids in the store and stuff like I don't make eye contact with nobody else's child. I don't put my hands on nobody else's child because some people that come up to your child and be like, "Oh, your child is so cute. Can I see?" And no, I don't even do that because I respect parents. Period. I just respect parents, and some parents just don't want you to touch their children, but there's some parents that'll just let you do that, and that's dangerous. It's so dangerous
yeah,
for
it's
parents.
conditioning the kid to be like comfortable with strangers.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, you have to tell your children. And like I said, it's sad that we live in a world like this. And yes, I just got finished saying it takes a village to raise a child. But at the same time, you have to protect your child at all costs. You have to question every single thing because you never know. Like the chef said, it's some people out here that will try to groom your child into thinking that it's okay. Your mommy said it's okay for me to pick you up from school, and your child get right in the car with them because they know, that they've seen you as a mother talking to them or something like that. And kids, that's how kids look at things. They're like, well, mom, I saw my mommy talking to this person. They're a friend. You have to
Yeah,
tell your child, I'm your only friend. You don't get in the car with nobody. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's my best friend. You don't get in the car with nobody. You don't walk away with nobody but me. You have to be, you just have to just be careful. You have to be careful.
I'm looking back at my parents now, and I'm like, wow, they're crazy. Because my brother and I, we
right.
used to just leave school. We used to walk to school, walk to school, come home by ourselves, and we're only a year apart. And I'm talking about we're going home at like what 6, 7 years old by ourselves.
Yes, me too.
But see, that was it was safe in the time we was living
Yeah,
in.
it was.
But now, baby, like my little two, I make them walk in front of me. I said never walk in front of mom, behind mom, walk in front of mom. And I don't really take my kids to like Walmart, none of that. Like, cause I be so nervous that I just rather for them to do everything when they're at daycare or at home. Like I can get my mom to watch them for a few minutes. You know,
Yeah,
I be feeling so uneasy.
remember a couple of years ago, everybody thought Black China was overreacting. She was in that amusement park and she went crazy because
Mm,
somebody touched her daughter's face. I don't
uh-huh.
blame her. I would have went crazy too. You don't touch. You just don't go up to somebody's child and touch them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do the same thing to Jayla. I can. Oh, you're a little girl and so careful. Like, look, bitch.
Right. Right. Don't touch my child. Don't touch my child because I don't know you. I don't know what you're capable of doing. Because somebody will sit there and have a conversation with you and it'll be a distraction. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? And then somebody here comes some man snatching your daughter up. Oh no, no.
right. So that's why hey, out and about and out. Thank you for coming. So the positive said the mothering in me never stops. Although my kids are older, I see kids all the time where their mother is not paying attention to them and they're running off and I'm like, please get your kids. Yeah, like me, like my kids, they like to run off. I'm like, please get your over here because deep you don't know what's going on. And like here in Mississippi, like last year or year before last, it was bad. Like people was trying to take people children. Like I'm like, God, like I actually got a taser. I actually got a taser because I was like, I'm gonna tase whoever. I don't believe in guns, but people use guns to some people use gun for protection. I just got a taser, and I said I just want to tase them on out. But one thing about it, I'm gonna make sure mines are close to me. And see, my kids, they so crazy, they gonna be screaming and hollering it anyway. So
They might bring Jayla back.
Jamel too, because Jamel be like, I want my mom, I want my mom. So RR in the Philippines said, I remember my mom says, Mom, you're paranoid. I tell them, just listen to me. I'm your mom. Exactly. Listen to your mama because mom teach you can give you some wise words. They really can, guys. It can be scary out here. It really can be scary, especially with people just taking people's children. Like y'all remember that time that these girls they got kidnapped and they finally find them with this man. I forgot it was in Hawaii, Ohio
In
somewhere.
Cleveland.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
Stolen from a mall. Yeah. And years
Mm-hmm.
later they found them.
Yes.
They had a baby by the man and all, honey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Wait,
Yes.
is that
They,
scenario where they had that? I remember seeing this like this really funny guy getting interviewed um, when he was talking about how he found the girls. I mean,
Yes.
uh-huh.
I'm not gonna let his humor take away from the gravity of the situation,
Right.
but
Yeah,
that's how I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
the McDonald guy. He said he was on his way to McDonald's or something like that.
yeah,
And he ended up getting a year's supply of McDonald's certificates or something like that. But he saved those girls. One girl had been missing for like 11 years. Her family
yeah.
had like totally given up on her.
Yeah.
And that man, he ended up committing suicide in jail.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up committing suicide. But he kept those girls. It was four of them, I believe it was four of them. But he kept those girls locked up in
In
his
the basement.
for
Yeah,
years.
and then God will tell you something how God is when it's time for you to be redeemed, honey. She
Yes,
said, when it was time for her, when it's time to come out, and she said that he left that, see, he was slipping. And so she went to that screen door. I had watched a little documentary on it. It said she went to the screen door and the door was locked, but she was like, help me, help me.
yeah. It was because of her daughter. The daughter, because
Right.
he ended up having a daughter by one of the girls. And the little
Mhm.
girl kept on saying she wanted to go to school. And then the little girl, she noticed that the door was unlocked and she was like, get away from the door for your daddy come back. And the little girl went by the door and she just had the bravery to just scream help. And somebody
Isn't it?
walking past and they saved her life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And think about it. How would you love your child? Yes, you would still love your child, but it'll be so hard because of the bad memories. To have a child by knowing that you had a child by someone that actually raped you and kidnapped you and kept you in captivity. Think about it, because when I was watching it on YouTube and the girls, I think they did a interview with Dr. Phil.
Yeah, it was a movie. They did a movie about it on
Hmm.
Lifetime too. It was on Dr. Phil. That like the one girl whose family just gave
Hmm.
up on her. She don't even have a relationship with them, you
Hmm.
know. Yeah, the other girl that had the baby, she she loved her daughter. She didn't even care, even
Yeah.
though he was the father. She didn't care. She loved her child. And the one good thing that I can say that man did was he let her be a mother while she was in captivity with him. I
Right.
mean, that ain't too good of a thing to say about him, but he allowed her to be a mother, you
Uh
know,
huh.
and while she was in captivity with him. She allowed him, I mean, he allowed her to nurture her child, her daughter, and stuff like that. She even talked her into letting the little girl go to school. You know,
Right.
for her, the little girl wouldn't have even went to kindergarten. But yeah, I mean, yeah,
That,
that was
that,
a that was a tough that I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine.
I promise you, I cried the whole little documentary. I did
But
because
now,
I'm like,
imagine that that's happening hundreds of times right now as we speak.
Yeah, exactly.
wow,
Mhm.
That's it's like,
wow.
pardon my French, it's fucked up. It's like
It
it
is.
makes
It
my
is.
stomach hurt.
It is, and
It
it's
is.
sad.
Yeah, it's happening
Like,
right now as we speak. Yeah, and
like I be,
some kids are already dead. Some of them are
wow.
dead, and some of them are you being used for sex trafficking. Yeah. I remember I saw this other story on Dr. Phil where this lady, she was a grown woman, and she said she was conceived to be a sex, used for sex. How these congressmen and these high, you know, these people that are high on the totem pole as far as
Mhm.
these congressmen and these guys that had money. She was sold to the highest bidder, and
Wow.
all she knew. All she knew was to have sex. And
And that's sad.
and she was told, these men were given certain orders in order to have sex with her. Like they weren't allowed to hit her in the face. They weren't allowed to bruise her in any kind of way. And she was raised just to be. She said she went to some of the biggest parties. Like she would go to like the president's ball, but she would be sold to the highest bidder, and she would have to have sex with these men, and they were allowed to do anything they wanted to her, even as a child. They had sex with her, you know y'all. It happens all the time. It does. Y'all, the sex trafficking world is bigger than we really think it is.
And I like every time I think about it could be my child.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not only is it bigger than we think it is, but it is bankrolled
Yeah.
like by some of the most powerful people.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm not trying to
What?
get on some conspiracy shit, but like, look at Jeffrey Epstein. Oh my God, like
Yeah. And
he has money and power.
he sells out like a bitch. Excuse my
Yeah,
language.
like
Yeah.
had he not been caught, like he would pass that on to his, he would groom one of his financial advisors to be like, hey, this is what I've been doing for 30 years. You can do it too. Like, and there'll be this, the cycle will continue.
Right. What about the one that just went to jail? I could
Good
imagine
night, Charlene.
if he was messing with women in Hollywood. I could imagine. I know that he was probably paying to have sex with little girls. You
But
know,
you know what? Whoever the lady is, who is the lady that they said that's being charged as well with the connection? What's her name? Because a YouTuber is currently talking about it. But the documentary that's on Netflix right now, whatever the lady name, what is the lady name that's connected to him that they're gonna charge as well?
I can't remember her name, but I know who you're talking about.
She's gonna be charged as well because she was sending the people. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein.
Wow.
Who I was talking about was Harvey Weinstein. I can imagine if he was doing that to women in Hollywood. I know he was having sex with little girls. I know he
I
was.
would want that old decrepit on me. Ugh. And you know what I'm saying? Some people feel like, well, you don't put yourself in those situations or whatever because it's all about the money anyway. Now y'all know how people say now. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Uh don't put yourself in those situations and then you won't be raped. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I mean, Rose McGowan said she was 16 when he raped her. You know what I'm saying?
wow.
He was having, of course, he was. Listen, it's bigger than you think. What's that guy's name that was in the movie The Goonies? He said, y'all, when my book comes out, and I tell y'all about how us these young child stars used to have to go to parties and let these old nasty men touch on them, and it's not just men; it was women too.
You
Let's
know
be,
what? I'm kind of mad that he's like making a book.
yeah, I'm
Only,
but
only because it's like you're gonna profit off of potentially could have been a person that could have stopped it.
right,
Right,
right.
right. That's so true.
That's so true. Yeah, yeah, and that's sad that every tragedy has a dollar attached to it. It really, that's really sad. But yeah, and then the thing with that is, I think one of the reasons why he's writing the book is he says nobody believes him. No, and nobody does. Nobody believed none of those child stars that these things were happening to them. You know what I'm saying? But he explains. He's done interviews where he's talked about how they would make these child stars like him and what's the other one's name? The one that was kept on staying in trouble, or Lindsay Lohan, and
Yeah.
those were all his friends, and how they would have to go to these Hollywood parties allegedly. I'm just saying allegedly, just for legal purposes, but allegedly they would have to go to these parties and they would have to charm these directors that had power enough to put them in movies and so on and so forth. And me coming from the music industry, I know things that like that existed. I know for a fact that things like that existed. That was one of the reasons why I never really pushed a career in the music industry, because although I didn't see things, I heard a lot of things about young kids, and I don't mess with kids. I don't mess with young kids. I don't.
Hmm.
But it happens every day, y'all. It really does. Sex trafficking and children being abused sexually is something that is just, it's out of control in this country, and no
Mhm.
paying attention to it. People need to pay attention to it. That's why I'll tell any mother, any father, you better make sure that when you out with your children, you better make sure you hold on to them. If they want to go off somewhere, no, coming with me. Or you wait so I take you there. It's that dangerous. It is. It's that dangerous. I live in New York State, but I used to live in New Jersey, and I know in Jersey City in New York, that's one of the biggest sex trafficking shuttles right there. A Port Authority and in Madison Square Garden. That's where a lot of that sex trafficking happens. A lot of traffic workers work in New York City. They do. So you got to be careful when you have your children out and about and in the streets. You can't trust nobody. Nobody. If somebody come up to your child and try to touch your child, you tell them to back the hell up.
Okay. Okay. Well, guys, is all minds clear?
Okay, well, all minds is clear.
But
The only thing
um,
I do have one thing. I do have one more thing to say. I do have
say it, baby.
say, Monica, I applaud you for mom life. I really think that this is the time now for you to catapult mom life into existence. You mothers that are in the chat, that are looking at the chat, y'all need to get with Monica, and y'all need to start a movement, and so people can understand it, so women can have some type of out. that they can, y'all can have those discussions and put together ideas to let people know that, mom life is real, and it's more than about just, raising your kids. It's about everything across the board. I think this is the perfect time for you to just catapult your movement into existence. And those people out there, just you guys just support her and support mom life, because it's real. And mom life is about more than just being a single mother. It's about those single mothers out there. It's about those single fathers out there. It's about those women out there that are homemakers, that stay home and they take care of their kids. They need an out too. It's for anybody that is nurturing a child. Y'all support Monica, because I'm gonna support you, Monica. I'm gonna be the
Thank
first.
you. I'm not laughing at you, Jamel. I'm
I'm
just
gonna
laughing at Trisha. Trisha said, "Wow, I hope they beat the hell." She was out and about, bro. A man tried to take a little girl today in Walmart, and the mom in the store beat him down. And then Trisha said, "Wow, I hope they beat the hell out."
You see,
Jamel, thank you so much. I
and you
still
look
have.
beautiful. You look beautiful, Monica. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
I know that the type of work that you do doesn't allow you to put your makeup on all the time. But I always tell you, you always look beautiful when you put your makeup on. You just look so bright. You know,
Oh,
and as much as you can do it, you do it. You go, girl.
Yes. Yes.
thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. And you know what I'm saying, guys. Um, I did hear from our special guest. I want you guys to know that I did. Mo did reach out to me, and she said that she will be live. She will tomorrow. She will be live with me at 1 p.m. I think Central Standard Time. Um, if y'all just see me pop up and go live, just know that that's us going live. If you can come. We appreciate I appreciate your support. I hopefully the McRae Kingz. I think y'all go live at 12 or 1.
Yeah, we go live at 12:15 tomorrow, because we are
Okay, so
Sunday service. Yes.
okay, so y'all be done by the time if I come in on y'all little time, I'm sorry.
Well, no,
Okay.
you ain't gonna come in. What we'll do is we'll send everybody over there to you. That's it.
If
Everybody
if you know
get
what I'm
to you
saying,
at one
we're
time.
able to if I'm able to go with Mo. You know what I'm saying? Like, she reached out to me and said that, she was having issues, so she wanna try for tomorrow. If not, then if y'all don't see me go live, then know that just it didn't work out. But still subscribe to Mo channel, guys. Still give her support. Um um it's good for you to thank you guys so much for your support. And I'm sorry that the interview didn't happen today, but guess what? This was a great conversation we had. And these people that's on the panel, guys, blogs, the McRae Kingz, Chef Orel. If y'all guys have not connected to them, make sure you guys are connecting to them. They are great people.
I
Chef
just like clicking links.
Chef said he liked picking link, but Chef makes good food as well. I have been watching. I got to go watch your recent video that came out, but I know for sure Chef be traveling around the world making good food.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, so make sure you
I
guys
got a
are
secret. I don't know what I'm doing.
whatever how that food how
Chef,
that
don't
food
even
be
try it.
looking
I done seen some
scrumptious.
of the stuff that you cook.
Cool.
Chef, I done seen some of the stuff that he cook. Chef know he be cooking. Know he
Mm-hmm.
be burning in the kitchen.
He
Mm-hmm.
really do.
Yes. I need him to get me a diabetical diet together over here.
Terrell, is you gonna eat the food?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it.
I'm pretty sure my food kills people in 20 years.
Oh
20, 30
God,
years.
you gonna stop,
I'm not
Chef?
even gonna lie. But no, it's fun and it
But
supports my family, so I just keep pushing.
well, thank you, Chef, for coming on to the stream. Thank you, Positive. If anybody else want to come on here before we leave this appointed place, look, and then you can come on. But I just want to say thank you guys once again for your support. Know that this was a great conversation we have. Make sure you guys are supporting each other and uplifting each other. We don't use this great platform as YouTube as a way of tearing other people down. Use it as a way of uplifting other people. If you want to speak your truth, speak your truth. But don't use this platform. This is a great conversation. Don't use a platform to tear somebody down because of he say, she say. So thank you guys so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I've been on here for 2 hours and 5 minutes. I think that's enough time to get what I had to say out. So, um, so guys, thank you so much for coming. If you guys want to connect to the chef Aurel Young or the McRae Kingz or Blogs and Fishes, make sure you guys are connecting. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to let you guys know when I come out with another video. And so, y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for coming, and I'll see y'all on tomorrow.
Good
Bye bye.
night.
Vlog.